All right, welcome to Let's Create a Support Conversation. Okay, so for this panel, as you can see on the screen, I got this randomizer wheel. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna pull two random characters and paste it on this Google Doc, and we will discuss on what their support conversation is gonna look like. Pretty simple. Right. We're ready to go?
That's good.
Right when you are.
Okay, we're spinning. Okay, so our first character is gonna be
So
No!
close to Oscar.
No!
It would have been so easy.
Lauren. Okay,
Oh,
It's
the
like-
General of Glust.
Going to like make the wheel lean to a little more towards Oscar, huh?
I just breathe on it, just blowing on it to push
Okay,
it a
so we
bit
got-
further.
so we got Lawrence, and okay, who is he going to support with? Let's see.
Oh, I hope it's somebody with Lauren's energy. Just
I think
compatible.
Lauren
Oh, yeah,
should
and
support
FYI, if
Lauren.
they happen to have a canon support already, we're gonna skip them. Oh, it's
It's just a.
Gonzalez!
What? I thought it was gonna be.
I
Ophelia.
thought it was a sentence, oh no.
Okay, so our
my
first
goodness.
support conversation is between Lawrence and Gonzalez. Support image type. What the hell? Okay,
Oh, Gonzalez.
okay, I'll just type the names down. All right, does dragging the image work? Okay, let me see. Where is he?
I'm already considering the possibilities in the meantime.
Okay, I'm supporting image type. Okay, there's no picture of Gonzalez or
Oh no, it's like a WebP. Oh, cursed WebP
Oh.
images.
that annoying thing. Does this work? Okay.
Oh, I
How about
hate
the
it.
sprite?
There we go.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
he's
just the whole
cute,
page is
though.
Oh,
like,
there you go.
He's huge though. Okay,
God, why are his feet so massive? Anyways.
why does his feet look like that? Wait.
okay, so Lawrence and Gonzalez. So, what are they going to talk about?
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
so for those who don't know the characters, we know that Lawrence is a noble of Gloucester. He's pretty posh and a little full of himself. And we got Gonzalez. He's a bandit, not very intelligent, and the people tend to look down on him. So, how would these two interact, you think?
We've got some polar opposites right here.
Well,
Definitely.
they're not totally polar opposite, in my opinion.
Oh?
You see, they both have their own vision for like helping the world around them, but Lorenz is
Mhm.
more of like an I'm a noble, I'm above you, let me descend upon you and help you. Whereas Gonzalez is ready to get down and dirty, and he's just grateful to have the support.
Getting down. Oh god.
Down and dirty, baby.
Mhm.
Yeah, imagine he's helping a village, like maybe with farming, and so there's, he's just getting into it, and Lawrence is all like,
Are you cool with us, like, getting ideas and reading off what chat suggests?
Mhm.
Yeah, that too. It's a
Makeover
collaborative process.
montage. Phoenix suggests a makeover montage.
See, that's. I think if it feels like Lorenz might mistake him for an enemy at first, but like realize, oh wait a minute, you're one of us. It might do well to tidy you up a bit, so I don't make that mistake again.
Popcorn saying Lawrence would talk to him in a pitying way like a stray puppy. Yeah.
Mhm. I also imagine Gonzalez like accidentally getting Lawrence like dirty or something. I mean, you know how fancy that armor is. Oh yeah, I like that idea. Gonzalez getting better clothes, but he's too big.
Gonna need to give him some lessons in etiquette.
Oh yeah, I imagine that Gonzalez probably doesn't know much about table manners.
if we went with the clothes thing, I imagine Lorenz would make a veiled reference to Raphael's shirt, which is, the Academy uniform being buttoned up, but like it's starting to open at the seams because of his muscles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I can imagine
Feeling
it too.
some questioning if the support
Yeah.
goes to A or S rank. The idea of it going to S rank is hilarious.
Should we? Will they make a perfect couple?
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with them as a couple. Like, they're both adults.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
We could do the
I mean,
funny. We could do the
it's
funny
a
thing of
trap.
as long as there's like no like moral reason not to. We could give them as support.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. As support possible.
I never thought I would marry a commoner until I met you. Oh.
Oh my god.
Maybe one of like the better clothes Lawrence gets Gonzalez is a very, very nice suit.
A nice suit to
For the
marry him in.
Mhm.
I feel like this panel's already been derailed.
This is quite the crack ship I wasn't prepared for today.
Well, we're off to a strong start.
First Grell and Petrine, now Lawrence and Gonzalez.
Grail and Petrine had something canonically, but this one,
Wait.
just trying to imagine.
Oh, an actual serious suggestion here. Maybe Gonzalez saves him by like critting a bandit.
While they're out shopping.
Oh, I know. Lawrence will probably stand up for Gonzalez, like
Lawrence
if
gets the
he's picked on
dickies.
while shopping. Because I imagine that if you see someone like Gonzalez at like a clothing store, they probably think he's trying to rob the place.
Wait, Gonzalez goes along with all the things Lawrence suggests because he thinks he's nice and pretty. I don't know if that was meant in an S support way, but that's actually kind of cute.
Maybe
I just
he gets entranced by the little rose on his lapel.
Yeah. Like, Lawrence
I
isn't
just
pretty, but like, I can see Gonzalez thinking him pretty.
I just appreciate the term. Lawrence gets the dokies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, getting a nice suit.
Oh wait, I've got the perfect backing music for this.
Okay,
Wait, was
you
I
think,
supposed to play back in music?
okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a good like natural progress. Like C support. He mistakes him for an enemy, pities him like a stray puppy. B, Gonzalez is appreciating Lawrence for his kindness. A, they go clothes shopping. And finally, S, Lawrence finally realizes how good looking Gonzalez is in the nice suit. There we go. Here's our support conversation between Lawrence and Gonzalez.
All right.
All right, ready for the next one? I say we're off to a good
Yeah.
start. All right, spinning one more time. Okay, next one. We got.
Est?
All right, we're getting Est.
Man, I don't know how we're gonna top the first one though.
I know, right? Such a strong start.
Second Arcanea character.
It's unsupported image type. Oh,
I mean,
Okay,
all we
what's
gotta do to top it is just keep doubling the gay.
You know what?
Yeah, no, chat is asking for more Yaoi and Yuri. And we don't
Okay,
mean
so
that
we
kind of
have
Yuri.
S, and who is she gonna support with? She's gonna support
Let's see.
with Gordon.
Gordon!
Wait,
Okay.
I have not played Arcanea, so
Go, but more.
Oh god.
okay, I never played
God.
Arcanea, so I don't know. Do they actually have a support?
Arcanea... So they don't have support.
They didn't
There
have.
are supports in FE12, but they do not have any. They
Okay.
actually do have some potential, if I may chime in.
Okay, yeah, let's go for it. Let's.
So both of them are aspiring knights. Gordon dreams of being a sniper, and after the War of Shadows, he becomes squire to a Arcanean sniper, George, to train in his bow abilities before returning to Altea with Ryan in Iran. And Est is somewhat similar. She is also an aspiring Pegasus Knight. She has a lot of insecurities about her abilities. And eventually that actually does lead to her abandoning her knight life instead and taking on the life of a normal girl who helps her husband Abel run a shop in Altea.
Okay. So,
I'm not really a support writer, but like I can just like give you an outline. I think I'm okay at doing that.
yeah, no problem. I'll let you take the lead here since I never played Arcaneo.
An important thing would be when this takes place. Because like if this was during the War of Shadows, Est would still be a proper knight. If this was after, Est would no longer be a knight. I feel like during might be better just because it could definitely show off their differences in their approach to knighthood.
Mm-hmm. So we imagine like, so it's during FE3 now.
Sorry?
So I think FE3 would be the best time frame for these two to support.
War of Shadows, so book 1.
Okay. Okay, so we have someone who all right, so what will they talk about? What do you think?
Well, I guess they would, since they both are aspiring knights, they both would probably reflect on their knighthood. Maybe they would practice again, because Gordon wields a bow, while Est is a Pegasus knight who is weak to bows. That is a pretty crucial part of the class.
Mhm.
And Gordon accidentally kills her. End of C support.
Yeah, exactly. S just dies.
C support. The haunting begins.
No.
We support, yeah.
Okay, training on dodging arrows.
B support, she's
Yeah.
dead. A support, Abel comes after him for revenge.
Maybe, I guess maybe their B support. Maybe it could open up with them training again, and because this could better reflect Est's insecurities. Maybe Gordon's like intense desire to be a knight, because Est maybe got wounded during that training session, and Gordon maybe got carried away. So they both, they're like that would reflect their their characters. I think maybe.
Okay, so Pegasus gets accidentally shot. And I imagine like that would definitely increase the tension.
Yeah.
That is a way to put it.
Then S dies, and then that's the
Yeah.
end of the entire support.
This one's not making it to S rank.
Okay, so let's say that as Pegasus gets accidentally shot, and we imagine like Gordon would try to apologize as much as he could.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess I don't know if I feel like maybe Est would get mad, but I was leaning more into her being, maybe mad at herself in a way. Maybe not mad. Maybe just because again, she has her desire to be a great member of the White Wings toll on her character, and eventually leads to her leaving after this war.
Alright, so she's mad at herself for not being good enough to be a White Wing, and I imagine Gordon would try to console her about it.
Yeah, works.
And okay, so I can imagine like the the support conversation ending with like her storming off or something.
Not us.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this one could be an S, or are we going to stick to canon with S and Abel?
I mean, would be kind of funny to pair
Abel just
support.
gets cut to the
Brandon's
endless
Abel.
support.
Gordon.
I mean, this didn't already happen with Pala. Oops. All right, so okay, so A support. We continue off from the accident. Maybe like
I have let Manatiki. Do you have any ideas? I'm a little something right now. Help me, Manatiki.
I'm not Manatiki, but I would. I'm seeing the word sibling stuff in the chat, and it's a good reminder that Est has 2 siblings, and she's the youngest of them, and they like to berate her. So it's possible that this encounter with Gordon has, given her similar feelings to when she's berated by her sisters. So the fact that Gordon is like trying to actually apologize, like takes her aback for a second because she's like not used to that treatment.
Yeah, maybe.
Especially since Gordon's the
good.
older sibling in his.
I mean, yeah, Gordon is the oldest, technically.
Yeah, he has
out
a
of
younger
2.
brother, so that could contrast
The
to
Lion
something.
Man.
Okay, so Gordon apologizes. I'm pretty sure that Ast, not being used to being apologized to, is like unsure how to respond, but appreciates it anyway.
Ooh, maybe she retaliates, quote unquote, by like saying that Gordon should take on some Pegasus riding training.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Sure. He could be a Kinshi knight.
All right.
Gordon would go really hard.
So yeah, how's this for an Aston Gordon support? Reflect on knighthood, train on dodging arrows, and then as his Pegasus gets shot, and realizes and kind of gets her upset of herself, not strong enough to be a White Wing, and she storms off. And then they probably apologize in A.
I love the
Alright.
difference. I love the difference between random ass yaoi crack ship from 2 games made like 20 years apart, and then just an actual cute, very plausible support because they're both from the same game and they could easily work together.
Yeah. From one happy accident to another happy accident. Okay, so you think this is good? We're ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
If anyone wants to draw what Lee just wrote in the Twitch chat about Gordon hanging on for dear life on the Pegasus, I would love to see it.
Oh yeah, if anyone here draws fan, definitely ping me. I gotta see it, especially Lawrence Gonzalez. I gotta see it.
Lawrence and Gonzalez. Wait, no, I have an idea actually. I'm not gonna say my idea out loud. I can just draw it. Okay, carry on.
All right. We're now on to the third support. Let's go. Okay, so now we have. Oh, we got Sarah. Oh dear. Okay, well, where is my picture of Sarah? Okay, so we got Sarah, and now who is she going to support with? She's gonna support with... Should we do this, or should we pick a different character?
I kind of like the idea of Lawrence Rizmaster, but also...
Yeah, okay, chat's saying different. Yeah,
I
we
like
already done Lawrence. Let's do someone else. Okay, so now this character is... Oh, we're getting Do from Genealogy.
Oh my god, do reference! Like,
Okay,
earlier
where is my...
today.
Oh, support. That's... Okay, whose idea was it to turn every image on the wiki into web DP something? Okay, so for those who don't know who Du and Sarah are, so Du is a thief from Genealogy of the Holy War. He's pretty carefree, and he was first introduced like stealing from a castle, and was then escorted a day out. And for Sarah, she's a cleric from Ostia, from Blazing Blade. She tends to be a little haughty and a little bit full of herself, kind of like Lawrence, but she's not of nobility in any way. Okay, so what do you think they'll talk about?
childhood.
Probably.
I mean, one had a troublesome childhood, and the other is willing to do what it takes to, get by.
Okay, so I'm looking at the chat. And, okay, so Du tries to steal something from Sarah.
That makes sense. She would have stuff to steal.
Let's see, what is something that you could steal from Sarah?
What does Sarah own that's stealable?
Any jewelry?
Yeah, probably jewelry. Yeah. Let's see, I see chat saying, lip balm. I imagine that something important to Sarah would be like... Yeah, I think jewelry and lip balm. I imagine like makeup is expensive in medieval times, ain't it?
Probably.
Okay, so now that Du has stolen something from Sarah, how would she react?
You said that because Sarah's like quite pompous, isn't she? She'd probably find him like an annoying little shit. As just
Yeah,
the
I
general
think so.
vibe.
I think my question is, does she notice that something's been stolen right away? Or does she realize it after the fact and then just happens to find Du with the object in question?
You know, I think that'd be interesting. Maybe she didn't even notice in the C, and finally in B is when she finally notices. Oh, I know. Okay, so, Du pickpockets her, by bumping into her. And she chides him for being rude. And then in B, she finally notices that he stole something from her. And I imagine she demands him to return it. And knowing Do, he'd probably be all oblivious, like, oh, oh my God, Disco chat, look at that! Oh
Oh no.
yes, Gonzalo Lawrence. Oh my God, that is some good shit. Thank you, Akka. Thank you for that.
It's
Hold
like
on, I
Lawrence
gotta
is
put
eating
that image
him.
up. I gotta put that image up.
Yeah, there you go,
Look
Twitch
at
chat.
that, everyone!
What you see there is a visual representation of an S-rank support.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much again, Akka. That is amazing.
Glad to be of service in any small way possible.
Alright, if anyone has more fan art, definitely ping me. I gotta see it. Okay, anyways, back to Do and Sarah. Okay, and okay, so Do acts oblivious. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd probably be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we could pull in the Fizzling Phantom suggestion and then he starts worrying about this thing because it actually has sentimental value and that prompts a change of heart.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she'd probably start crying like genuinely, not like fake crying.
It's also an
But, you know, she's
interesting
pompous
dynamic.
enough that she could probably try and play it off as fake crying, even though it was real.
And Do, let's see, would he, how would he respond?
This is also this is also an interesting dynamic because Deuce also happens to be doing the support with another healer, another cleric.
Mm-hmm.
As you first see do in genealogy is with Edane as well, but Edane and Sarah have like polar opposite personalities essentially.
Oh yeah.
So that contrast is also interesting to put into this dynamic and consider.
And he was tasked to escort her because of Jamka. Let's see, trying to remember how it played out. Basically, he was caught stealing in Jamka's castle, and then he like owes him some sort of favor. So then that's when he gets tasked to escort Edane out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what Sarah could do that would remind Dew of Edane so that he can make that connection and be like, oh, maybe I should return this and not be... I wouldn't do this to Edane. I probably shouldn't do it to Sarah either, you know?
One thing I do remember about Sarah is how in the final chapter, when she is brought along, she kind of like drops her haughty personality and like prays for protection. It's kind of like that, like the one moment where Sarah actually takes things seriously.
Yeah, she doesn't always have that sassy personality. Like she can be real if she needs to.
Mm-hmm.
But you just don't see that very often because of all her interactions with Erkin, for example.
Mm-hmm. So in A, I imagine that do over here Sarah, like probably like maybe like praying, and it reminds him of a day. And let's see, what did dude do to the item? Like, did he actually sell it, or?
I don't think he would have sold it yet at this point. He probably would still have it on hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so dude still has the item with him, and well, this is support, so they gotta like end on good terms. So he returns it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something that can tie this together a bit more. If anyone has other ideas, chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Y'all?
chat.
Like, I guess, other than just her sort of, like, the main thing I just have is, like, her sort of forgiving her.
Oh yeah,
Her
and
forgiving him. So, like, she forgives
Mhm.
him, and that's just sort of, like...
Okay, I'm seeing in the chat that Sarah would be like, okay, as long as you're stealing for intel or something. Yeah, since that, well, dude's a thief, so she's probably reminded of Matthew in return.
Yeah, there's a lot of class similarities in these. Forgot about Matthew. Whoops.
All right. So C support. Dude tries to steal from Sarah by bumping into her, and she finds him annoying. In B, she finally notices that he stole from her and demands him to return it. Dude acts oblivious, and that's when Sarah starts to get genuinely upset because the item has sentimental value. And she tries to brush it off as fake crying. And finally, in A, Dude overhears Sarah praying and reminds him of a day, and he still has the item with him, so he returns it. Sarah forgives him, and because of how he reminds her of Matthew, she still thinks his stealing skills are useful. Right? I think that's pretty solid for a support conversation.
I think so.
Mhm.
As far as like building one on the fly.
This would never happen, but I'm just imagining Sarah as Isabella Garcia Shapiro from Phineas and Ferb. And because the other character's name is Do, she has to ask, "What you doing?"
Maybe in C support.
So sure she would ever say that. I just thought it was a funny thing.
Alright, so ready to move on to the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Maybe maybe I really should have like removed characters after they're done getting picked. Okay, next
Why?
one we
Because it's gonna
got
land on Lawrence again.
we got Lucius this time.
Probably.
Okay, another Blazing Blade. Where's my Lucius picture? Did I put this in alphabetical? You know what? Let's just make it fast. Wait. Okay, and who is he going to support with? . 'Cause He's going to support with... Oh! Sylvain! Oh, we're gonna get my Yaoi
Well,
here.
we know who Sylvain's gonna flirt with.
We said. I think the support writes itself. Like.
Oh,
Hey, Sylvain, tell me more about your Lucius good looks.
Like.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for those who don't know the characters, this is Lucius. He is a monk, a traveling monk from Blazing Blade. He's often accompanied with Raven, who is a stone-hearted guy.
That is code word for
He
gay.
tries to eat him down. And well, Sylvain, well, he's from the Blue Lions, and he likes to chase women. So we have our two characters.
Twitch chat has basically written half of the damn conversation in one go.
Oh yeah, Discord too.
This one really just writes itself.
I just noticed the extra Phineas and Ferb comments.
Like, Sylvain thinks Lucius is a woman, flirts with Lucius, finds out Lucius is a man. Sylvain gives no shits. Still pretty like a woman. Be gay, do crimes. That's not all the C support, but you know.
I imagine he probably like a little surprised at first, but tries to brush it off as, oh no, that's okay. You're still pretty though.
Got any sisters?
Okay, I'm looking at the Discord chat.
The nickel.
Okay, I just got pinged. Okay, look at the... Okay, there's something in Discord chat that I missed. Okay. Alright, here's the second fan out. We have Gordon after killing Est. I think this is going great. Okay, now back to Lucius. Lucius. Okay, that's probably not a good ship name. Lucy?
Louvain.
Sylvain.
Silius.
Okay, so,
Sylvain and his Lucius good looks.
So the C support
Okay,
is Sylvain flirting.
Okay, so, all the flirting aside, we know that they both have some pretty troubled backstories. Yeah, you okay if we go into a little bit of a dark territory?
They would, although I feel like getting a traumatic backstory out of Sylvain is like getting blood out of a stone.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lucius would definitely open up first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Lucius was bullied for being feminine looking. And how would Sylvain respond to that? Let's see. Sylvain hearing about Lucius's sad backstory about being bullied for being feminine looking. maybe he'll like assure him that he's still beautiful.
But he'd probably do it in the most cringe awful way possible, where he's like, you don't need to feel bad about that, you're still like sexy as shit, and like just put it straight back to cringe ass flirting.
This should all happen on a horse ride. Because
So,
that's
like,
how Sylvain thinks.
On a horseback ride. Sylvain taking Lucius on a horseback ride?
Yeah, if he starts opening up, and then he's like, you know, let's take a ride, talk it out, in a flirty sort of way.
Do you think Lucius will be reminded of Raven in a way? I mean, they both Raven and Sylvain got red hair, and they're both of nobility. At least, Raven's a former noble.
So Lucius just becomes gay as shit and is like, you remind me of my boyfriend.
Okay, so he's suggesting that Sylvain takes Lucius on a horseback ride. Hey, do you think Sylvain would get jealous of Raven or something? Like Sylvain getting jealous that someone has already taken Lucius or something.
Is Raven anything like Sylvain's brother?
Miquelon? From what I remember, Miquelon is very resentful that Sylvain is favored by the family, and Raven himself is an older brother. Although I don't think he ever hated Priscilla. It's just a distant from her. Yeah, Raven is kind of like Felix.
He may be a killer, but I've got this killer good look. I watched the Sylvain cosplay panel last year, so I'm just trying to pull everything that I can from what I experienced there.
You know, I think that Sylvain, despite the possible jealousy, that maybe he'd be supportive of Raven and Lucius's relationship.
Yeah, we need Missy for this panel.
I did let poor Misty know that Sylvain is being analysed right now, because she's not able to make it at the moment. She's probably very jealous.
Well, Sylvain's doing a lot of analyzing too.
Actually, yeah, Raven is a lot like Felix, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem does love to do their similar dynamics with certain characters.
Yeah, I think so.
Physics Phantoms just says the support ends after that line.
But I got these killer good looks. I mean, it's true though. Sylvain's
up.
Sylvain's a pretty nice specimen. Okay, so I'm guessing no ass this time again.
No support up? Aw.
Would Lucius slap him for that?
Lucius is a holy soul.
So I guess not.
Maybe not slapping. He'd probably be like very, very shocked or something.
He turned him down gently.
Sylvain, honey. No one cares. Walks away.
Well, I don't think
No,
Lucius
but
is
Chad
that
is right.
passive aggressive. Okay, we got like 13 minutes left of the panel.
So maybe one more support.
Okay, one more support. Okay. Who are we getting this time? Okay, this time it's... Wow,
Nino.
another Farm 7! Or...
This wheel has favoritism.
Okay, you do... Okay, should we go with Nino or roll again?
What do the chats
Think
think? Do we
think
try
Nino's
to go
fine.
for a
Nina from
different
Fate,
thing?
or
Alright, I guess
I think they like Nino.
Okay, now...
oh, Nino.
Alright, Nino, let's do your best in your support conversation with...
Just watch it be another Fire Emblem 7 character.
We're just
Yeah, that's
writing
the
every
case. I'm
second
gonna
supports.
skip it because I want to try something different.
Here they
He
come.
is supporting with...
Oh my god. But
Okay?
Not
All right.
quite. Not
Dang
quite
it, I was...
FE7. This is just Elite.
close enough. Close enough.
Elib.
You know what? Should we
Let's
try a
see.
different character this time? Or stick with Faye?
Oh yeah, they pointed out it's Sarah Blandy and Sarah Blandy actually. Which I think Sarah Blandy would want us to write a Sarah Blandy support.
Sarah.
Oh yeah,
It's
she
becoming Sarah
but people
Con.
do. I think people want it to be mixed up. Do we want it to be mixed up or not? Quick chat, tell us.
well, we
So-
got
Nino
chat.
and Faye on the same side of the support conversation and have it be a 2-on-1 situation.
you haven't... Alright, we're running out of time, so we have to stick with Faye.
Okay.
Okay, Nino and Faye. Okay, so for those who don't know the characters, Nino is a young mage from the Black Fang. She's Sonia's adopted daughter. She's pretty bright and cheerful, and but has a pretty bad family life. And Faye here is a young mannequin from Arcadia. She's pretty sheltered, and she's 1,000 years old as per mannequin tradition. So, what are these two Sarah Blandies gonna talk about?
I think Faye would be fascinated at Nino's magic, but I think it'd be funny if Nino if Faye casually just didn't tell Nino that she can turn into a dragon for at least one support rank. She's like,
Yeah,
oh, look at this.
That.
There is Phoenix did somewhat give an idea, since in like FE6 Nino is older and has kids. What if Faye mentions Ray and Lou?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
So like, I don't know if that would be like
Yeah.
a C support thing or a later thing, but
Or maybe like something that is kind of poked on and then gets elaborated in the future support. Okay, so C is good. Should we like go to B already?
Yeah, we can just go for it.
Okay. So Faye.
Faye praising Nino so much, they may feel compelled to, like, serve.
Compelled to serve.
Like, in a devoted to this person kind of way.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing the chat. What if Faye wanted to try using magic? Well, Faye fights with a dragon stone, but she actually does pick up a weapon at one point.
Faye wants to learn magic, but it's kind of redundant because she can just turn into a dragon anyways.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. Just the irony of it.
But I wanna.
Well, maybe she thinks turning into a dragon is magic.
Can either of these two children read?
I know Nino doesn't read. I don't know about
thinking of that.
Isn't Faye hundreds of years old?
Yeah, I don't think the people at Arcadia are that neglectful. Like Sonia.
I like her blog's comment. Here's my magic trick. Becomes a dragon. That isn't
becomes a giant chicken.
And how would Nino react? Yeah, I imagine she'd be amazed.
She'd be amazed. She'd think it looks so cool.
It wonders if she can also turn into a dragon.
She's like, can you teach me how to turn into a dragon?
Yeah, like since Faye's magic is turning into a dragon, so maybe Nino thinks, oh, maybe I can do this too.
When you stare Blandy back to voice this whole conversation out.
Oh yeah, that'd be so funny. Okay, A. Should we get on to A? We only got 5 minutes left.
Hey.
Yeah.
Maybe like. Okay, so from what I remember, they were both pretty lonely. Like the reason why Faye even joins the army is because she's tired of living in a sheltered life so much.
Oh, that could be depressing, which works for an export.
And Nino pretty much loses her entire family.
They find each other.
So, so if we're going with the story in B rank, I'm thinking that Nino is like out in a field alone somewhere, trying whatever wild thing to become a dragon that inevitably won't work, and then Faye comes along and Nino, upset at not being able to do the thing that she wanted to do, gets comforted by Faye, and they, start considering each other as their newfound family.
Aw, that's sweet. Okay, so Eva is unable to. Okay, let's see, I'm trying to remember the last part. Wait, what was the middle part again about, like, her eventually becoming lonely?
Because she's trying and failing to become a dragon, so that triggers that sense of loneliness, because she's out by herself and she just failed at something repeatedly. Like, I'll never get this right, and there's not even anyone around to help me. I'm all alone.
Aw, you know what? Yeah, I think this is a pretty good support, and I see more fan art has been posted. Yep, we got a Gordon and S wedding on this.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's what I wanted to see.
And Gordon is hanging on for dear life.
I love the eyes.
The crying.
Alright, so I think this is a good point to end on. Faye Nino finding sisterhood.
did it.
All right, so we started off with
Oh dear.
we started off with the best romance to the best sisterhood.
Mhm.
All right, okay. All right, thank you everyone for coming once again.
Oh yeah. If we could have like screenshots of the written supports in panel room 1 text.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
But first, are there any like final words from the mods?
Do you have any final words first, or?
Well, just thanks everyone for coming. Thanks for coming to EmblemCon. I'm pretty sad it's the last day, but I'm just glad to panel again.
Thank you. And
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back in about 2-ish, probably a smidgen longer minutes with Fire Emblem themed code names. Thank you all for watching and for helping come up with these absolutely peak ideas. Where apparently we're just writing GBA supports. We'll see. We'll see you in a few. Thank you.